Good morning, people. Deluded Guna here. Here to speak about Granit Xhaka. We know he arrived for around 34 million prior to the Euros. We got him early. We followed him for a year. Question marks as to is Arsenal, and still question marks as to is Arsenal's midfield tough enough to win the league? Are we strong enough? Are we aggressive enough? And it looks like we found that person in Granit Xhaka. I mean, he's aggressive. He likes to put his foot in. He's passionate, and he's a very good footballer. He likes to dictate tempo. He's got a great passing range, and he's got, like I said, it's like he mixes the right blend of what it is to be an Arsenal player and the aggression needed. So it looked like it was a much welcome signing. I mean, there was question marks as to he would be a fixture in the Premier League team sheet every week. He at the signing had people questioning their futures. Coquelin said he'll stay and fight. We all know what's happened with Wilshere. Like I said, we followed him for a year, and yeah, when he arrived, made his debut against Liverpool. I don't think Wenger wanted him to give him his debut there, but the circumstances blooded him in slowly to the point we questioned, is he ready for the Premier League? Typical Wenger fashion. He's done it with numerous players. But since he slotted into the side, granted due to injuries or whatever, he's made 20 starts, I believe, so far. Since he's come into the side, he looks bang up for it, and he's improving with every game. Yes, there's a bit of cons to his game, but he looks like he's still young and he's developing into that player. I mean, he had convincing games against West Ham. Anyone that knows me knows that one question mark I had over him was his ability to contribute to our play in terms of going up and down the pitch, being box to box. He looks like he's adding that. Man of the match display against West Ham, I think, and he covered the most ground, consistently covering covering the most grounds in our side. I was very impressed when he got man of the match against Spurs. I think him and Coquelin dealt well despite being outnumbered in midfield. He's had promising games earlier in the season against Watford, Bournemouth, the first game against Bournemouth. And yeah, he's had, there's a couple more I can't think of right now, but he's had quite a few promising games and hasn't looked out of place. And he's been a very good signing. I don't think he's convincingly and consistently above our midfield options as of yet. I can't see why Wilshere left, but that's not for this video. But yeah, we knew he was getting a very good player with a poor disciplinary record. I think 9 sendings off in 3 years. 3 this year, 3 since the turn of the year, I believe he, in September or something, got sent off for Switzerland. And he's been sent off twice for us. We knew what we was getting with him. He's a person who spoke about he's not curving his aggression. Personally, I like the aggression. I like the fact that he puts his foot in. I like the fact that he scares people. I like the fact that he plays on edge. You need that. As I like to play like that myself when I play football. So I believe you like that. It's just you need to know how to be smart. It is unfair on him because I do believe at some period in December he did go around 8 games or so without receiving a booking. So that shows that he is working on his discipline problems and he is trying to keep it in check. It's just Xhaka needs to know when it's him, it's going to be, regardless of if he doesn't do it for 10 months, the one time he gets sent off, this hysteria is going to be back on him and surrounding him. His sending offs have been silly. I mean, the Burnley one, I don't think it was a sending off, but for me, you've got to be smarter. Throughout the whole game, he was getting into it with Defoe, personal battles. Defoe took his opportunity to milk it and he got sent off. The sending off against Swansea was a very harsh one, but it's kind of understandable. And that is the fine margins of the Premier League and having to stay focused psychologically throughout the whole game. That being said, Xhaka's also made some mistakes as well. You look at the elbow in the box for the penalty against Stoke, and he was impressive in that game. The penalty, Bournemouth away, and there's probably another error and the error against Swansea when he was dilly-dallying in possession and Sigurdsson took it. These are the fine errors and having fine margins of error in the Premier League and having to stay focused for 90 minutes that I believe he's still adjusting to. But he looks promising. I like him. Like I said, he's adjusting. He's not there yet. It's been like 6 months or so since he's come to the Premier League. 20 starts. He's been promising. His only poor games, in my opinion, have come when the team's been poor, like against City or Everton. I believe he's a good signing. He's still adapting. He's 24. He's a bit naive in a sense that he says he won't change his aggression because he needs to, and he needs to know how to tame it and not get into personal battles if he's talked about being a captain. I say this because teams, like how they used to Diego Costa, they will target him and provoke him for a reaction, and the refs will give him a reputation as someone that's a bit of a hothead, and you don't want that because there'll be less leniency. Equally, Wenger, who criticised him for getting sent off and has warned him in the season, maybe he knew something we didn't, has warned him about getting sent off, and he probably runs the risk of losing teammates' trust or not being trusted in big games if he leaves fellow players in the lurch, like when we was 10 men down against Burnley. So he just needs to get that in check. Know there's a saying, and you need to know when to be a lion and when to be a fox. He needs to learn how to be a fox more. But I like that he's passionate. He plays on edge. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He cares about the club. Xhaka looks a quality signing. People are going to say you can't trust him or whatnot, but he went 8 games at some period in December without a single booking. So that shows he's working on his discipline problems and he's getting somewhere with it. But yeah, to keep this short and brief, in conclusion, I believe Xhaka's a very good player. He's only going to get better. He's 24, been in the Premier League less than 6 months. Let's take it easy. Let's not get carried away. Let's just let the man develop. Now, obviously, because of that sending off, he misses 4 crucial games. I think he misses Southampton in the FA Cup. He misses Watford. I believe he misses Hull. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he misses the Chelsea game, and he leaves us in the lurch. And only God knows what pairing we're going to go to Chelsea with, and that's the league might change, but at this period we're second. That's a must win at this period in time. But yeah, Xhaka. In short, again, people keep this brief. Sorry for waffling. Xhaka has been a good signing. He's got a long way to go. Calm your expectations. Just let the man settle and develop. He's got a lot of things to work on. Still adjusting to stay in focus, but I believe he's a good player for us. And he might just be earmarked as a future captain, like some people are saying, if he carries on the way he's going. But yeah, it's Deluded Gooner signing out, people. Thank you for watching my video. Watch out for more on the way.